What's up, Facebook? Happy National Wine Day. I hope everyone's having a good Thursday. I'm going to see if this is going to work. I've set up in a chair a little bit different because I was tired of sitting on the floor. But I like this room because it has the best lighting, natural lighting. So I wanted to come in here. Welcome to Ask Ashley. Yes, I'm sorry, I do not have Cowboy Davin with me today. He is up camping with his grandparents where we will be headed tomorrow. And so I know that a lot of people are going to miss him. Hopefully I get like anybody that's going to jump on this live Ask Ashley. But if you guys are jumping on, let me know where you're coming from. Say hi. Let me know how you're doing. Give me some hearts. Give me some love. Make sure that you can hear me and all of that good stuff. I'm just going to share this video really quickly. I just ate, so hopefully I don't have anything in my teeth. So today is the day that I usually jump on live on Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I jump on live and I answer all of the questions that you guys have asked me throughout the week from my last Ask Ashley. And the cool thing about this is you guys send me questions all week long, so I get to answer them live. I get to hang out with you. We get to have a few conversations. And if you guys have any questions throughout me answering these questions, because you guys sent me a ton of freaking questions. Like, I have almost a page and a half of questions here. If you guys have any questions throughout this Ask Ashley, just post them in the comment section below, and I will get those answered throughout this live broadcast. So if you guys are jumping on, let me know what you guys are drinking for Happy National Wine Day. I want to know what you guys have in your glass. That was my first question. I get this question asked all of the time is, what is my favorite wine? And for me, you know what? It's hard to pick just one. I like a lot of different wines, but my favorite is a Sauvignon Blanc, or like a Fumé Blanc would be my favorite. This is a Sauvignon Blanc. It's from Australia. I forget the exact name of it, but anything from Australia I love. I do love red too. I mostly have my red in the winter time, but I do love red blends. Those are my favorite. But if you give me any kind of wine, I pretty much will drink it as long as it's not too sweet. I don't really like sweet wines. So that's what I have in my glass. I hope you guys have yours full. Let me know what you guys are drinking tonight, how you guys are doing. Just say hi, and I'll probably just jump into these questions. If you guys have any questions along the way of me answering them, make sure you post. Oh, hold on, my computer is telling me something. Okay, make sure you post them in the comments below, and then I will get those answered as I can. I have my computer open because sometimes I don't see the questions that are posted from my phone. And I was going to try to go live on both here and Instagram, but I didn't quite get that far today. So I will get that figured out later. So the first question was, what was my favorite wine? You guys know the answer to that, like pretty much any wine. The next question is, how do I handle camping trips? Since I'm getting ready to go on a camping trip, do I bring healthy food with me, or do I just jump back on track when I get back from camping, or what? So it really just depends on like what kind of trip I'm going on. We do a lot of camping trips throughout the summer. Like, we're going this weekend, and then we have a weekend in between, and then the following weekend we're going to go camping again. So, you know, if we're going camping every other weekend, I really try to do my hardest to stay on track with my nutrition. And right now I don't have any workouts over the weekend, so I usually probably don't work out when we go camping, unless we do some hiking or something like that. But I try my hardest to stick to my nutrition. If I don't, like, I'm okay with it. I just go with the flow. This weekend, kind of a rundown of foods that I'm bringing. You guys know I eat very close to keto. I eat very high fat, low carb. So I'm bringing a lot of like nuts, pork rinds for snacks, beef jerky. What else did I bring? I can't even think right now. I just got back from grocery shopping, but you know, just meats in general, cheeses, just trying to stay away from the carbs as much as I can. If I do, then it is what it is, and then I just move on to the next day. But if you can just make like small little changes while you're doing that, instead of just going like overboard, then it will really help you with your results in the long run. Like for instance, if like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, if I were to go on a camping trip, I would be like buying all the things, all the food, and I probably would eat it all. Like all of the things that I think that I shouldn't eat. And it was kind of like going on a binge. And it really never served me because it just would just create a bigger problem. So it's really all about the mindset and how you go about it. Now, if you guys might watch my Snapchat and you see me eating something that's not in my meal plan, like it happens. You just move on. You just, deal with it. Now, if I'm going, let's say like when I went to Punta Cana or on a vacation, something like that, I don't really put any restrictions on me. I try to make the best choices that I can. But if there's something that I'm going to want to eat, I'm going to eat it. And it's just life. You can't sit there and have so many restrictions on yourself that you can't enjoy yourself. All the food. Yes. Are we going to eat all the food? Are you coming, Adrian? Okay. So, that's basically what I do for, when I go camping. The next question I got was, do I like sweet or salty foods? I am definitely a salty person. I like crunchy. If like, it would be chips and cheeses and all of that good stuff. I don't really like cake or candy or stuff. And that's another tip that I have for you guys. If you are going somewhere, I always tell people this, and there's all the food there that you want to eat. And let's say, there's cake and there's all this stuff, but you don't really like cake that much. Like, then don't eat the cake. We're bringing cupcakes up for my son's birthday. I probably won't have them because it's not something that like I really enjoy that much. And to be honest, like once I start on the sugar, like I just keep going for no reason. I don't even like it. I'm just shoving it in my mouth. Okay, so I got another question about my eyelashes, which is funny because I made a post at the beginning of the week talking about how I haven't been wearing my eyelashes, or I was going to take a break. Oh no, my connection is weak. A break from wearing them. I'm wearing them today. I haven't worn them all week, but they really started messing up my normal eyelashes. So a friend of mine hooked me up with a product, I'm sure you guys heard of it, from Rodan & Fields called Lash Boost. And I've been trying that out this week, and obviously I'm going to continue trying it out, but I'm going to try to cut back on wearing them. But I love them so much, so hopefully that the Lash Boost is going to work. I'm excited to see where what happens. I did take my before pictures, so if you guys are interested in that, I'll share that later. Okay, the next question I got is, what is my advice for drinking Energized, which is the pre-workout that I drink? I call it Go Juice in my post. If you don't like the taste. Okay, you guys are going to think that I am completely insane, but if you don't like the taste of Energized, 2 things that I suggest. Hey Katie, how you doing? The first thing is what I've done this before, and I like to do it this way, but in the morning I usually like to drink my Energized, but is just take a scoop of Energized, take your water, take a drink of the water, throw the Energized in your mouth, and take another drink of water and just swallow it. Like you don't even taste it. And this question is hard for me because I really like the taste of Energized. Like if I could drink it all day long, I would. Like sometimes in the afternoon, I will put a scoop of Energized in my huge bottle of water just because I like the way it tastes, and then it just kind of gives me a little bit of a boost throughout the rest of the day. Otherwise, I would say mix it with a lot of water. I'm not sure if you don't like it like because it's too sweet or what the deal is, or maybe just a little bit of water and then throw it down, but that's what I would say. I think after a while you start liking the taste of it. Okay, the next question that I got is, what is my best advice for getting a good night's sleep? So sleep is probably the biggest thing that I struggle with also, well, for a few reasons, but having 2 young kids that get up in the middle of the night and things like that is definitely hard. But a few things is before you are getting ready to go to bed, definitely get off of your phone, get off your social media. I know how hard that is. Sorry, I just got a text. So, shut down that whatever is, you're thinking about, and maybe try to step away from that and create, like, make your room like your sanctuary. We got rid of a TV in our room, I want to say 3 years ago, and I think that it was the best decision we have ever made. There are times where we watch movies on the computer and stuff, but we're not falling asleep to a TV, and that really helps me stay asleep. There are a few things that also help with sleep, and if you've ever heard of kava tea, It really relaxes you. You can actually get kava like in drops, so if you don't want to have it in tea, you could put it in some water and drink that. I also like the Calm Magnesium that comes. It's like a powder and you mix it up and it really like relaxes you. The other thing is a supplement called GABA, I think is the way you pronounce it, and it really helps if you have anxiety or anything like that. So really, you know, another thing that works for me is setting up my to-do list for the next day, the things that I need to do. Get that all out of my head so I'm not thinking about it constantly. Shutting down all of the devices and really like getting in bed at a good time. And you know, if you're getting up early, then it shouldn't be really hard to fall asleep. Otherwise, I've used melatonin to fall asleep. I tend to have like crazy weird dreams when I take melatonin. I sleep really good, but for some reason I have crazy weird dreams with that. So those are my tips for that. The next question I got, and if you guys have any questions, make sure you're posting them below. I'm just going through these because there's a ton of them. So what workout did I do to sculpt my legs? So I would like to sit here and say, you guys, that I did some kind of workout to sculpt my legs and I had this huge transformation with my legs, but to be honest with you, it's really genetics. My legs have always been muscular. I've always had big calves. I've always had, you know, just muscular legs in general. My whole family kind of does. So it's just something that is genetic. And when you're thinking about, you know, different parts of your body, you have to think about that because, you know, we get genetics in one area, but we might not get them in the other. And that's okay. You need to learn to love that part of your body. The other thing is for the longest time, I would never work out my legs. Like I would avoid them at all costs because I'm like, I don't want them to get any bigger. But what I found, especially over, you know, coaching for the past almost 6 years, is that my legs were very weak. I didn't have very much strength in them. They looked like I did, but I didn't because I never really worked them out. And so now I make sure I don't skip leg day. I don't skip any of the lunges or the squats or anything like that. And I actually enjoy working them out. So if there's a part of your body that you're like, I don't want it to get any bigger, like if you don't want your arms to get any bigger, I promise you that like lifting weights, doing push-ups and all of that is not going to make your arms bigger. It's going to make them look better for sure. Okay. The next question that I got is, I was seeing if there was any questions popping up in the feed, is how long do I work out every day? So I know that a lot of people think that I work out for hours, hours on hours and whatever it is, but I am not a person that really like loves to work out. I would love to be that person that like dies if they don't get their workout in. I know that it makes me feel better. I know that it makes me have a productive day, but I am definitely not the person that is like a workout fanatic or addicted to working out or anything like that. So right now I'm doing 25 minutes a day. My calendar does have double days on Fridays and I'm on week 3 and I have not done the double day yet because I don't know, I just can't wrap my brain around it. So 25 minutes a day, 5 days a week right now. I take Saturday and Sunday off. Sometimes I'll, like probably this week, I probably will not work out on Monday and I'll just start my Monday on Tuesday. And if I do get in the doubles tomorrow, that'll be awesome. But you know, if I don't, it is what it is. So 25 minutes a day. I'm sure when I do other programs, it's anywhere between, I would say 30 and 50 minutes a day, but most of the time it's around 30 minutes a day. Okay. And what is my favorite part about summer? This is a hard question. I don't have just one favorite part about summer. This is like my favorite time of the year. I love everything. I love being able to wear shorts 24/7. I do not like wearing jeans at all. I love being able to we go to the lake a lot. We live like 15 minutes away from a lake, so we can just go there after work and after school and all of that good stuff, or summer camp, I should say, not school. So I love that, and we go camping. It's just my favorite time of year. We live in Arizona, and I don't really mind the heat, like some people do, but it doesn't bother me that much. I do like to get away from it sometimes, but if we're at the lake or whatever, I love the summer. Okay, so the next question is, how do I stick to keto and drink Shakeology? I get this question asked, like this is probably the #1 question I get lately is, how do I drink Shakeology and stick to keto? Now, if you guys have been following me for a long time, you know that I don't necessarily stick to a strict keto diet. I don't like to label myself. I don't like to put myself in a box, and I don't think you should either. I think that you should really experiment with things. You should educate yourself. You should figure out what works for you. I am not willing to get rid of Shakeology because it has anywhere from like 14 to 18 grams of carbs in it, because it gives my body everything it needs. I've been drinking it for almost 6 years now, and it has helped me with so many different things. It helps me with my energy. It helps me stay so I don't get sick. It helps just with my sugar cravings if I ever have those. And it really is like 80% of my results. So I don't, I have my Shakeology, but with a lot of education and a lot of testing out and experimenting on myself, I found that it's better for me to have my Shakeology either in the afternoon as a snack or either as a dessert. My body does better when I have carbs later in the evening. That's another tip I have for sleeping, is that if you're having a hard time sleeping, you need to look at the foods you're eating and when you're eating them. I would suggest sticking to lower carb during the day, and if you want to have some carbs, have them at night. You will sleep so much better. I know that when I made that switch, that I really started sleeping a lot better also. But I don't eat strict keto. I don't eat between 20 and 25 grams of carbs. I don't track. I probably eat between 75 and 100 depending on the day. I don't really count my green vegetables or anything like that. And for the Shakeology, it just has so many nutrients in it for me that there's no way I would get rid of it because it's changed my life so much. Okay, so the next question is, what are my current health and fitness goals? So as far as my current health and fitness goals, I don't really have any goals as far as like changing my body. And I hate to say that I'm pretty comfortable with the way that I look right now, but I am. The only things that I would think were just to be like, keep going on feeling good inside and out, like having more energy throughout the day, and having that mental clarity and that sort of thing. Those are kind of the things that I work towards. I don't really want to compare myself to anybody else or anything like that. It's just following through and creating those healthy habits and keeping them going and feeling good and being able to live life, to be able to go do things with my kids and that sort of thing. Those are kind of my goals right now. I don't have like a number on a scale or I want to look this way or anything like that, because in the past that has turned me into some very bad habits. And so I don't really go that way. It's just really about the way I feel. So if I'm not feeling good, then I know I need to change up some things. If you guys have watched on my YouTube channel, I'm doing the 60 Days to Summer Strong series, and it's just about staying on track as much as I can for the next 60 days. And so far, I've been feeling great. I've seen a little bit of change in my body. I haven't taken pictures since the beginning of it, but I'll probably do my 30-day pictures coming up pretty soon. What is my favorite? The next question I got was, sorry, I was reading. I wrote these down really small. What is my favorite app on my phone? This is kind of hard. Right now, I would say it would be between Snapchat and YouTube. Like, I'm obsessed with YouTube. I don't really watch TV that much, so if anything, I'm like watching YouTube and watching, I don't know, different fitness people, just different things. Like, I've been watching some makeup lady. I don't even know why, but like you get sucked into these things and you're just watching it. But Snapchat, I love Snapchat. I think it's so much fun. I think it's so awesome how you get to kind of get like a sneak peek into people's day. You get to see like what their personality is really like. And if you're not following me on Snapchat, make sure you follow me. My name on there is AZFitMommy, or you can search, I believe you can search Ashley Beeman. I'll put my handle below after I get off this video. But I think it's just such a fun app. So the other question I got with that is, what is my current favorite TV show? Honestly, I have not watched TV in forever. I don't even know when the last time is, but my husband and I are probably like 2 years behind on everybody else. We just started watching Shameless. I forget what season we're on, but whenever we get a chance, we are definitely watching that, and that can get like super obsessive. It's so good if you haven't watched it, but you cannot watch it with your kids around. I will say that much, but it's good. Okay, the next question I got is, what is Shawn Weeks? So, June 12th, Shawn T is releasing his new, what they're calling Shawn Week. It's kind of like a program, but it's only 7 days long, and it's going to be on Beachbody On Demand. So if you're already a member of Beachbody On Demand, you're going to have that available to you. I'm going to be putting together a big group. Basically, he is coming up with an updated version of like every single program that he did. So there's going to be all different kinds of workouts. There's going to be new insanity workouts. There's going to be workouts with weights, some from T25, some from Max 30. It's going to be 7 days of intense, hard, amazing workouts. There are going to be modifiers. You guys all know that he's my favorite trainer. And so I think that this is going to be so awesome for people that are just wanting to push themselves for 7 days, to prove to yourself that you can stick to something and you can make it through these 7 days. So I'm excited. We will be starting on June 12th. The workouts will roll out throughout the week, so everybody will be doing them together. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you guys want to do that, then just let me know and I can get you into our big group that we're putting on. If you're not a member of Beachbody On Demand, this would be a great time to try out Beachbody On Demand, because you could do it for free for 14 days so that you can try out the Shawn Week also. So just let me know if you guys want more information on that. Okay, let's see here. Then I got a few questions about coaching. Let me see if you guys have posted any other questions. Okay, so the questions I got were, how long have I been a coach? And I talked about that a little bit earlier, but I've been a coach in October. It will be 6 years that I have been coaching with Beachbody, and I absolutely love it. The next question is, how was I introduced to coaching? So I was introduced to coaching by a friend on Facebook. The long story short was, I had my son. It was like 9-10 months after I had my son. We had just filed bankruptcy. I was kind of lost as far as a career-wise. I have like, I don't know, 120 college credits, but I have absolutely no degree. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. But at the time, I was really focused on losing that baby weight, because I just hated the way I felt after I had my son about myself. I hated getting dressed. I hated doing all this stuff. And I had lost all the weight, but about 10 pounds. And I just could not get those 10 pounds off. I was going to the gym. I was probably wasting so much time at the gym because I didn't know what I was doing, along with having to take the baby, drop him off at daycare, pick him back up. It was just so much time. I was so frustrated. I was trying all these different fad diets and, things, and they just wasn't working. So a friend of mine was putting together a challenge group, just like the wellness groups that I run now. And I got to talking to her, and I realized that she was running her business online. And I have always had this like entrepreneurial spirit where I want to have my own business, and I want to, do different things and help people. I've always been interested in health and fitness. I even at one point had my personal training certificate, but it was really hard because I didn't want to trade my time for money. And as a personal trainer, that's what you have to do. With a new baby, I didn't want to do that. So when I realized that she was doing everything that I wanted to do on social media, on Facebook, where I was spending most of my time anyways, then it was like a no-brainer. I wanted in the group, and I wanted to become a coach, because I knew that it would be able to fulfill myself, because I didn't have anything for myself at that time. And I knew that it would also help me stay accountable to my health and fitness. And I am telling you guys, if I wouldn't have said yes to that, I probably would not be in the spot that I am now. I wouldn't, I have to hold myself accountable because I share my story all the time. And do I have slip-ups? Yes. Am I perfect? No. Last year I went through a time period where I ended up gaining 20 pounds over the summer, and that was hard. But I know that if I wouldn't have been a coach, I probably would be sitting here 20 pounds or probably 30 pounds heavier a year later. But I had the tools and everything that I needed. Sorry about that. Everything that I needed to get back on track. And you guys hold me accountable. So that's basically how I got introduced to coaching, and the rest is kind of history. The next question I got was, and this is the last question, so if you guys have any questions, make sure you post them below, but what's my favorite part about coaching? And it's really hard to pick one thing that's my favorite part about coaching, but I really think it's the relationships. I have met some amazing people that I would never have had in my life, that I didn't realize that there were these kind of people out there. I didn't realize that there was this like tribe and family of people that are there to support you no matter what you're going through, that don't judge you, that really want you to succeed in life, in your health and fitness. And they're there for you when you're up, they're there for you when you're down, whether it has to do with coaching or not. And I really didn't really experience that until I became a coach. So that's probably one of my favorite parts about coaching. My other favorite part is watching other people's lives transform. Watching people that, you know, didn't work out before, start a workout program, or just start making these small little changes and seeing their lives change from being depressed to thriving in life, to seeing coaches on my team that come on and they have no hope in their life and they're just so frustrated with everything, to be able to start paying some bills with their coaching, the money they're making through coaching and things like that. So there's so much to coaching that I'm thankful for and grateful for. It's changed my life and it's changed so many other people's lives that I know. So I will continue to share that with you guys. And if you're ever interested in learning more about coaching, I do, like this week we have a little sneak peek into coaching where I'm sharing with you guys the ins and outs of what we do as a coach, how we make money, just all of the questions that you've ever had, I'm sharing in that group. So if you ever are interested in learning more, just let me know and I can get you into that group so you can check it out. No strings attached, just come in, check it out. If it's for you, it's great. If it's not, then great. And if you are looking for some accountability, you're looking for that group environment that I was talking about, then I always have a wellness group that opens once a month, and I'm here to help you. If you're not ready to get into a group and you just need some help getting started, send me a message, whatever. I am just here to help. I'm not here to sell you guys something. I'm really here to help you guys make these transformations that I've made in my life, that have stuck with me, that keep going. And it's not all about, you know, the easy way out, or the you know, taking a pill or a drink or something that's going to get you right now results. It's really about creating these long-lasting habits that will help you keep the results that you get, that will help you, you know, create a healthy lifestyle that's not overwhelming. So that's what I really teach in my wellness group. So that's kind of a tangent, but those were the questions that you guys asked. I'm super grateful for everybody that always jumps on, that supports my page, that always asks these questions. I do this, like I said at the beginning, every Thursday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Usually Cowboy Davin is here with me, but tonight he's up camping. Maybe we'll be able to get a live video of him because we're going to be celebrating his birthday this weekend. So hopefully questions. Of course, I get a phone call right as I say I'm going to get ready to go, but I have some things I need to get ready to go camping tomorrow. So I hope you guys have a fabulous Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.